A lot of times I get questions from people behind the scenes, mainly want to argue. A lot of these questions are from like this guy's a preacher, and so I know that there are probably thousands of people out there who are listening to this. And so he's going back and forth, and what he's saying is that we were baptized into Christ at conversion, so we don't get unbaptized. Okay, so and rather than showing the scriptures that prove his point, he's using worldly wisdom. Okay, and so I want you to be aware of that. Okay, no, we don't get unbaptized, but the problem is that not every Christian dies with Christ, dies to sin. Okay, look at Romans chapter 6. When you look at verses 1 through verse 4, being baptized into Christ gives us the ability to walk in newness of life. It doesn't say that we are, it gives us that ability. Okay, now look at verse 5 down through verse 11, the next paragraph. And check out how many ifs, conditions, are in that paragraph. Okay, that's one of the things that they leave out. They totally leave out the conditions. If we die with him, we shall also live with him. Yeah, we got baptized, but the question is that we die with him. Some Christians die with Christ and some don't. In fact, I would say that most don't, because most are on the broad path that leads to destruction. Look at verse 5. If we are in the likeness of his death, we shall also be in the likeness of his resurrection. So if we die like he died, okay, and he died to sin once and for all, okay, and we're supposed to be reckoning ourselves as dead indeed to sin, but alive to God. But now, that's opposite from these people's argument, because what they're saying is, it doesn't matter if you sin or not, okay, you got baptized into Christ. Well, my friend, that's a false doctrine. Christ died to sin once and for all, and if we die with him, we are also dying to sin. It is our flesh that is making us sin. Those who belong to Christ crucify their flesh with its passions and desires. Galatians chapter 5, verse 24. Says the same thing in verse 6. Romans 6, verse 6. Okay, our old man has to be crucified with him. The old you, the old me, has to be crucified with him so that the body of sin may be done away with. So that if we die, we will be set free from sin. So if we have died with Christ, we are set free from sin. We don't go around promoting sin. We don't go around preaching that it doesn't matter if you continue in sin. You're going to live with Christ. No, if we die with him, we shall live with him. That's a condition. If we die with him, we will also live with him. If we endure, we will reign with him. That's those who overcome. They're going to reign with Christ 1,000 years, okay? That's only for those who overcome, okay? But if we die with him, we will live with him. But check this out. If we deny him, he will also deny us. Condition. If we deny him, he will also deny us. Learn that for yourself. If we are faithless, in other words, if we don't keep the faith, he's going to remain faithful to his word because he cannot deny himself. He is the word. Jesus Christ is the word made flesh. And when he comes back, he's going to be called by his name, the Word of God. Revelation 19, verse 13. Learn it for yourself so that you will not be tricked. So when a preacher declares to you that you were baptized into Christ, and because of that, you're going straight to heaven when you die, no matter how you live, you can be as sinful as you want to be, that's hogwash. A slave to sin does not abide in the house forever. He's in the house right now. He doesn't abide in the house forever. He doesn't remain in the house. In the end, Jesus will send out his angels and he will weed out of his kingdom, out of the kingdom of Christ, all things that offend and those who practice lawlessness. Okay? Sin is lawlessness. Learn that for yourself so that you will not be blown and tossed by every wind of doctrine and the trickery of men. The wages that sin pays is death, point blank, period. Okay, there are certain sins that will prevent a Christian from having an inheritance, and we need to learn those. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 3 through verse 7, Galatians chapter 5, 19 through 21, you need to learn those for yourself. There are sins that lead to death and sins that do not lead to death. Learn these scriptures for yourself.